Well, Susanna, thank you for such really, really gorgeous words. You know, to sit there and listen to that is really fantastic. But you know, on behalf of all the guys in the band, I can say that we're absolutely thrilled and delighted to have been elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. To be honest, it's felt honour enough to have been nominated 4 times in the last 5 years. But to have finally passed the winning post this time, fantastic. And you know, a wonderful coincidence to all of us standing here in Brooklyn, the site of our very first concert in America when we did the Marvin Gaye show, Christmas 1964, 8 o'clock in the morning, playing with some of our heroes like Benny King, Drifters, Patti LaBelle, who became a real friend and mentor at that time. But it's actually 50 years ago to this very day, the 29th of March, 1969, at time of the season, reached the #1 position. When I actually received the phone call, I couldn't help my mind racing back to one magical day in 1956 that's always remained vivid in my memory, when my cousin, 4 years older than me, played me 2.5 minutes of music which changed my life. That music was Elvis Presley singing Hound Dog. That cousin was Jim Rodford, who many of you will remember as the great bass player who later co-founded Archer with me, and for 15 years, the powerhouse driving the King's Rhythm section. And of course, also until his tragic accidental death a year ago, playing fantastically energised bass with a version of the Zombies that Colin and I have loved touring with for the last 19 years. You know, for those who didn't live through the 50s, it's really hard to imagine the enormous cultural gulf which existed between England and America at that time. Elvis himself was a god, and in some of the first footage that we saw in England, seemed to us like an alien super being from a distant universe. I was 11 years old, and I couldn't in any way imagine being part of the same world, but nevertheless couldn't wait to try to find some like-minded people to start playing the music with. And that chance came about in 1961. My God, how long ago was that? When 5 of us from adjoining schools excitedly got together to form a group. Paul Atkinson, Hugh Grundy, Colin Blunstone, Paul Arnold and myself were larger. Within a year, Paul Arnold had been replaced by Chris White, and that was it, we were off. These early years were something of a dream. By 1964, we got a recording contract with Decca, and then, unbelievably, by Christmas, found ourselves topping the US charts with our first record, She's Not There. This magic land, which only 8 years before had seemed so unimaginably remote and unconquerable, and even more unbelievably, something we didn't find out until many years later, Elvis actually had our records on his jukebox. I could not believe that when I found that out. In 1969, the Zombies had another massive #1, Time of the Season. But we'd already broken up due to the lack of initial success with our final album, Odyssey and Oracle, an album that we put our hearts and soul into. This album was very dear to our hearts, as Chris and I had written all the songs on the record and for the first time produced our own material. It was to go on to have a huge story in its own right, and at this point we have to say thank you to Alan Cooper, who believed in and fought for it from the very beginning. Without his help, it may have never been released, and we have to thank him massively, because it spawned a story that still continues 50 years later. It's been quite inspiring to us how many people have championed us from that moment on. Iconic artists like the dear late Tom Petty, like Paul Weller, who's been such a fantastic friend to us and to the album. Like Dave Grohl, like Susanna Hoffs, and also many young bands, right up until the present day, Cage the Elephant, Lemon Twigs, Portugal the Man. We owe so much to these people and have to thank them enormously. And I must also shout out to the wonderful touring band who've accompanied Colin and me over the last 19 years. Steve Rodford, Jim Rodford, Tom Toomey, Sarah Kopp, and to our fab sound man, Dale Hansen. They've been a constant inspiration, and we've loved making albums of new material with them, the most recent of which actually made the Billboard Top 100 in 2015. I think it's largely due to their fantastically energised performances, actually, that so many people have sat up and taken notice of us in the last few years. On a personal note, I want to say a huge thank you to my wife, Kathy, who's been an unwavering and constant support to me over the last 52 years. And to my dear son and daughter, Mark and Eliza. And lastly, what a joy to have been managed perfectly for the first time in our lives over the last 6 years or so by Chris Tuthill, Cindy De Silva, and all the team at the Rocks Management. Fiona, Pam, Corey, our tour manager Mariah, and our great publicist Melanie and Fiona. I just have to say, the story goes on. Thank you very much. And here's the old mucker, Colin, to say a few words.
I'd just like to say what a great honour it is for us to be with you all here tonight. It really is. A most sincere thanks to Susanna Hoffs for her brilliant induction speech. For all those who have supported us through the years, especially thinking of Bruce Solan from APA, Rick Krim, Paul Schaefer and Steve Manton. Sincere thanks also to all members of the Rock Hall who voted for us, to our loyal and tenacious fans who never wavered in their commitment to the band. I'd also like to take a moment to remember the memory of two wonderful musicians who played with us, Paul Atkinson from the original band and Jim Rodford from the current lineup, in the hope that they are smiling down on us at this magical time. On a personal note, I'd also like to thank my family, my ever-supportive family, my wife Susie and my daughter Rosie, who stood by me through thick and thin. The Zombies first got together over 50 years ago, and with all bands we've been through many ups and many downs. But being with you here all tonight, this wonderful occasion is an absolute joy and of course makes it all very, very worthwhile. Thank you! thank everybody. I would like to thank the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Zombie family and friends, and America for this honour, and for the music. Music and songs are the bookmarks in all our lives. It's the language that binds us all together. The Zombies have been creative friends for over 56 years and still are. From the days when Rod and I shared a flat and wrote the songs for Odyssey and Oracle, we keep on creating. Personally, I would like to thank our other old flatmate, Terry Quirk, who did the original artwork for Odyssey and Oracle, Alex Lau, and my own family, Matt, Jamie, Sasha, Claire and Kat, and my creative partner and wife, Vivian. Most of whom are here tonight. Thank you, all of you. And thank you, musicians. Get out there and keep writing. Let's have more music and songs in our lives. Thank you.
Wow, I'm absolutely ecstatic to be here saying a few thank yous. When I was at school with Rod and Paul, I was a member of the school's cadets marching band. I took up the drums after the bugle because the drums marched in front, and I thought the girls would be more likely to for me. How vain was I? Little did I know that Rod spotted me and thought I had more sense of rhythm than anyone else. So one day he asked me if I wanted to be in a band. My answer was an immediate yes. That yes changed my life forever. So thank you, Rod. Little did I know that this later time of my life would be so incredible, ending up here in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it hasn't finished yet. Thank you to my friends, and I mean that, the Zombies, and everyone else who are part of this unique family. Thank you to all our fans, young and old, and of course everyone who voted us into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Thanks to my lovely wife Tracy for putting up with me and my drumming all these years. Thank you to Louise, Hayley, Helen and Caroline, the best daughters a dad could ever have. The three of them are here tonight, not quite sure where. Finally, thank you to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Thank you.